Welcome to Mostly Motion, all the way from the Western Cape, and we are in Azefontein. Not that it matters, I'm not on the beach, don't worry. It's a little complex that we're in, very close to the beach, but not technically on the beach. So take that. I'm a little bit sad because we're going home from holiday tomorrow and it's 1,800 kilometers back. But I'm not as sad as I usually am going back home and getting back to work, because on the way there, we're picking something up. I've bought a car. Now, what have I bought? A couple of weeks ago, I was scrolling on the internet and I've always wanted one of these. It's called a Lotus 7. It's a replica, obviously. Colin Chapman stopped producing those quite a few years ago. And a company in the UK called Caterham are making them brand new. But in South Africa, you can't buy them. And this one seems to have been built by someone. I don't have much information on the car, and I'll be taking you with on this journey to fetch the vehicle and then taking it back to Nelspruit to see if it's any good. On the way here, I was able to see the car. It starts fine. It's got a 1600 Ford Kent engine in it and some sort of 4-speed gearbox. Now, my arm was still severely broken at that stage, so I'm not sure. I couldn't drive it. I couldn't drive it properly, and it was raining, and we still had 1,000 something kilometers to go. But tomorrow we head back, and I'm taking you with on the journey to go and see what it's like. We'll probably take it for a test drive, maybe not. Get it back to Nelspruit, and then we can drive it. So technically no one's allowed on the beach, but there's always going to be a few people. I'll take you with on the 1,800 kilometer journey over the next couple of days when we see the Lotus in living color for the first time. And will it work? Will it drive? There's a couple of things I want to know about the Lotus as well. Is it going to be a nice roadworthy track car, or is it going to be a cheap supercar killer? Or is it going to be a heap of junk? And I bought the car for the channel to see if we can enter some races, if we can get involved in some hill climb racing, and just to see if it's practical and worth it to buy a cheap supercar here in South Africa. Okay, so it's day 2, 6 o'clock in the morning, day 2 on the road. We've got about another 1,000 kilometers to do today, and we can't leave any earlier because of the curfew being imposed on South Africa at the moment. And then we'll fetch the Lotus at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. I'm going to have a look for a trailer in Johannesburg, something that I can obviously take one way to Nelspruit, and it's a Monday morning. We'll get loaded up and we'll get going. So it's just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We are in Pretoria now. We just went through Johannesburg and picked the car up. Major roadblocks and everything coming back home. And we still have about 4 hours or so to drive. So we'll be home at probably around 8 o'clock this evening. It's a long day, but I'll show you that. There she is, right there. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough time to take it for a bit of a drive and take a first impressions video and so on. We'll have to do that at home. Also, the owner had covered it in plastic to try and keep the rain out, because we're expecting proper rainstorms on the way home as well. And then we've covered it in that ugly used tarp that goes over it there. But now 400 more kilometers to go home, and then maybe tomorrow we'll play a little bit. All the batteries are dead, my battery's dead, everyone's tired. It's just after 9 in the evening, it's pouring with rain. The car is soaked, but it's here. It's in my garage and it's home. Take it for a drive tomorrow, see how it is, see what it's like. But for now, just super tired. Unproven and untested stuff, so I took the Lotus out for a quick test drive. I'm beginning to think this car was a bad idea. The only thing is the little I thought while I'm waiting for someone to come and tow me because I got stuck again, I think I'll show you the interior of the car.